Welcome back to Chronicles on the Focus, the podcast where we deep dive into the stories behind the things that matter. I'm Bob, and with me as always, is the ever so knowledgeable Alice.
Hey Bob, ready to get lost in another captivating chronicle?
Absolutely, Alice. Today we're venturing into the hallowed halls of music history, stepping into a studio that's seen more legends than a rock and roll hall of fame. We're talking about Abbey Road Studios, a place where magic and music intertwined like never before.
Oh, you know I'm all about the Beatles' legacy, but Abbey Road Studios, it's so much more than just the Fab Four, right? It's a place where musical history was made, where the very fabric of sound was revolutionized. I'm itching to hear all about it.
You're right, Alice. While the Beatles are certainly the most recognizable name associated with Abbey Road, it's important to remember that this studio was buzzing with musical activity long before their arrival. Remember, it opened in 1931, a time when the recording industry was still in its infancy. They were making music history even back then, with the likes of Edward Elgar and the London Symphony Orchestra gracing the studio.
Wow, that's incredible. So, Abbey Road was really at the forefront of the recording world from the very beginning. And, of course, it became synonymous with the revolutionary era of pop music in the 1950s and 1960s. Imagine the excitement.
Indeed, they were one of the first studios to experiment with multi-tracking, which was a game changer for music production. And it wasn't just the technical innovations, Alice. The vibe of the place, the energy of the musicians, it all contributed to a unique sound that was impossible to replicate. You can almost feel it, the echoes of history, the whispers of those legendary sessions, the feeling of magic in the air.
And you can't forget about the legendary Beatles sessions. Can you imagine walking into that studio and hearing the sounds of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, or Abbey Road, coming to life? It's like stepping into a musical time capsule.
Totally. And not just the Beatles, Alice. Pink Floyd, Radiohead, The Cure, these are just a few of the names that have etched their music onto the walls of Abbey Road. It's a lineage that's truly remarkable. But it wasn't all smooth sailing, though. The studio faced some challenges, particularly in the early 2000s when it was threatened by developers who wanted to turn the site into luxury flats. Thankfully, thanks to the efforts of musicians, fans, and even the British government, Abbey Road Studios were granted Grade 2 listed status, ensuring its preservation for future generations.
That's a huge relief. You know, it's not just the studio itself that holds such significance. The zebra crossing outside Abbey Road, immortalized by the Beatles' album cover, has become a pilgrimage site for fans from around the globe. People travel from all over the world to walk across that iconic zebra crossing and take a photo, just like the Beatles did.
It's a perfect example of how music can transcend time and space, leaving a lasting imprint on our world. And as for the future of Abbey Road, it's looking brighter than ever. The studio is now home to the Abbey Road Institute, a school for music production and audio engineering, keeping the spirit of creativity and innovation alive for a new generation of musicians.
It's incredible to see how Abbey Road Studios has evolved over the years, yet still remains a beacon of musical history. It's a testament to the power of music and the enduring legacy of its creators.
So, there you have it, folks, another Chronicle on the Focus wrapped up. From the legendary sessions to the iconic zebra crossing, Abbey Road Studios truly stands as a monument to musical history. Don't forget to check out our website for more information and to leave your own thoughts on today's topic. And until next time, keep your ears tuned and your minds open.